I think that I have been on mute on my Zoom channel. But as long as it's on the YouTube, it's great. It actually looks better on Zoom. But there's also a chat here. Okay. Let us carry on. So down the line, bloating. All of us know something about bloating, and it happens for a number of reasons. But the essential oil of peppermint and ginger. Ginger is good internally as well. Allegedly, there's ginger tea, so you could treat your bloating by rubbing the carrier oil that you've mixed your little container of 3 drops of fennel, caraway, peppermint, coriander, ginger. And if you're adventurous, I am adventurous, so I use 7 drops. And that is just my method. Now, a lot of us go through sunburns. That's an important subject right now. But for the beings that burn, they again would resort to lavender on the essential oil part. But what you do is do your due diligence and find out for sunburns which carrier oil you should use. Because see, me personally, I'm very good with using shea butter as the base for my personal sunburn oil. And I also use liquid shea butter, so don't get it twisted. It's not your average shea butter. It comes from the nut of the tree, because I am appalled at how a lot of my people keep talking so bad about the great grand shea butter tree that has held your rusty selves down before you even knew about anything else. So this is about ancient wisdom. And so shea butter, me, must talk about it and defend her with everything that I have. It breaks my heart to see you saying things like that. We're trying to stir up good energy and good karma. It's not just with other people. You better have good energy with the trees and that produce the different things that you use on a daily basis. Do not, I repeat, do not play yourself. I'm pretty sure you can find something else to talk negatively about. Now, let's talk about cold sores. A combination of your carrier oil, which in this case, I would use the almond or MCT coconut oil. It's liquid. It's also, do your research. It's also used in your tea. Yes, a little teaspoon of it. I actually utilize it to keep my connective tissue intact, which is actually anti-aging. You know, I didn't really care about how my bun was sitting, but I know I'm live, and mentally I was just like, oh wow, they probably think, who cares? Stay focused. That's not what I'm here for. You see, being able to thwart little igunguns, we call them, but little lower frequencies. You must recognize them, chop. And aromatherapy with essential oils is the best way to go to battle. Yes, for cold sores, you can use tea tree and the lovely Melissa. Melissa is awesome, guys. Do your research, write it down when you get a chance. Use your $1,000 phones and everything for your research. These days and times, you must be a researcher in the age of knowing. It makes all the sense in the world. And here we go. For some of you who like to drink and drink and drink alcohol, there's something called a hangover. And for hangovers, the aromatherapy of juniper, lemon, get you some grapefruit, and lavender again. So, you know, it's a given that lavender is a staple. You should never run out of it. Hair loss, that's a big one. It didn't mention, let me see. My notes, I could have sworn I saw. No, it's not here. Okay, but hair loss, allegedly, rosemary again, lang lang again, and lang lang, guys, is spelled with Y-L-A-N-G, Y-L-A-N-G, lang lang. The Y is silent. You have your lavender once again. So these are staples. You must have rosemary and lavender and lang lang, because we have mentioned lang lang 4 times. After you get to 4, that's a staple. So in essence, essential oils of all types, especially some of the main ones, are essential. Don't just think they call them essential oils for nothing. They are essential, especially to those of us that partake. We've received the results, and so now we're sharing them. I call myself we because I realize I'm multidimensional. And yes, I have a few personalities. I speak a little different languages with them. Yes, I love using essential oils when I'm going into meditation or in my creative stage. Some of us have gingivitis, and you don't have to have it if you use the clove, tea tree, and the peppermint oil. In these days of time, you can almost not mention the word, "It's cold in here," or "So-and-so got the flu." If we're offering this information, it is like I could lose something, like the channel. Yes, that is another chain, and it's very tight on the neck of YouTubers. Let's talk about something we all get, heartburn. Again, your ginger and your peppermint. You see what you have your staple ones, and it begins to become an entire collection like books. But these are essential to peaceful, focused, balanced energy for whatever ails you. One thing I do know, which is ancient, that whatever ails you, there is an essential oil that you can use. Literally, I wish someone would go in the chat so I can ask specific questions, but there's no way, because even a bot would have at least dropped in. So I gather I'm really, really shadow banned, because let me see. I did not get a notification that I was coming online. Of course, I'm subscribed. Did not get a notification. There I am. Yeah, it just says as if no one sees me. But that is fine. You know, the show must go on, because not only do we have the opportunity, they'll check it out later on, but you get to see more of this process called algorithm. So back to what we were talking about, because this is what's important. As long as the video is recording, that's all I really need to worry about. And also, don't give up. Just keep doing it. Fake it till you make it. And I don't have a problem with that. My main thing is not so much the monetization, in which we do deserve, but it is about sharing the information, because I get what I need from the universe and others, whomever the universe choose to bless me. You must remain open and don't lose hope. I'm only telling you what I do. Now, I support a lot of channels on YouTube. I even give heartfelt donations. Now, in Tonya 23 world, that means return the favor. There's nothing wrong with that. It's like you go on Instagram and you see like a popular person or whatever, and they have all of these followers, but the number of the people that they follow is small, and it's smaller, always smaller than the followers. The following is always smaller than the followers. And I think that's going to be a separate show, because I can go off on a tangent with that. Let me write the title down, because like I said, we're downloading at every moment. What's better, being a follower or being followed? You must write these things down, because they come so fast that they can really go as fast as they come, especially with my mind, because I am just like that. I had great ideas, great thoughts that to sell, actually. There's so many things. Like, yeah, that's one of my things that I have unlocked by using aromatherapy essential oils in my diffuser and in my oils. Let me show you one thing as a sidebar, what I also do with my essential oils. Excuse me, guys. Let me just borrow this one moment and I shall return it as I got it. This, as you can see, is a bottle of oil. This is actually MCT coconut oil, right? And what we see is amethyst crystals. The whole bottom of the bottle is amethyst, right? And I use this as my first eye lubrication. It also has a blend of essential oils, okay? And I've actually had this on my altar for over a year. And every day it catches the sun. Now, if you know anything about energy and frequency, you would know this is a very potent oil. It's not only, because it's in amethyst, it's not only super, super great for my skin on my face, it is also a spiritual oil, and it smells, oh my God. See, certain things you can't really put a price on. But I do make these for people and for clients, and I charge them. And I do a lot of work in pouring in the positive meditative energies and also using scientific technologies to keep them charged, high frequency charged. I have a charging pyramid made of copper. I have magnets. And that is it, because I cannot tell my whole process because I'm patenting myself, you know. And like I said, this entire channel is going to be dedicated to different uses because there's infinite possibilities. Now, another show, I have to write this down, is going to be to talk about the importance of essential oils, infused with crystal therapy. That's going to be, wow, that's a great subject. What's being a follower, or what's better, being a follower, being followed? And why don't you follow those that follow you? It's going to be the question. And it's not all about if the followers page is popping and and you know, I think people really judge it by thinking that the person that's following them doesn't have anything to offer and they're just off on a tangent doing their own thing and really not being paid attention. So I don't really like to consider myself a follower because I'm a seeker of information and I'm also a philosopher. So I like to hear other people's perspective and opinions on things, and also learn something, constantly learning. Never put yourself in a place where you're not learning anything, and make sure what you're learning is going to some sort of use. It's either building your strength, building your knowledge, building your perception, your discernment, your decision making, which is all about self-development. That is really just Tonya 23. Like I said, I'm not perfect, but my good traits are my excellent traits. And so let's get back to, let's see, a big one in the community is eczema. I actually have a specific eczema cream, a salve that works wonders, and it has been all over America, from my website on Etsy, eBay, Amazon, of course. Yeah, it's actually a celebratory moment. Before I got on live, I had just got the approval for a new product that I'm launching under my mom's memory. And it was almost a month of going back and forth with them to get my product approved. Finally, today was today, which was great. It's 5/11/567. Go figure. So I'm grateful about that. That's a celebratory moment whenever we take one step forward. See, everything doesn't happen on YouTube. This is an outlet to reach people if they let you, but it's fastly becoming not that. But I'm going to remain hopeful, give it a little more time, and hope that someone knows the error of their ways. When you know better, you do better, because you're human just like us. And it just seems like the benefit of being on earth is being able to manipulate others and have them under you so that they're following you and running around after you and making their life after you and all this other shit. And then you find out they wasn't all that. But it's all about the information. But I can't not see the light. I cannot not see it. But you see, you don't see when you're a master, but you do see, you know? But anyway, eczema. Somebody tell me what the first ingredient is. Lavender. Again with the helichrysum. Again with the patchouli. Again with the geranium. Again with the tea tree. You see where I'm going, family? Let's see, what's another one? Diarrhea. Peppermint and ginger. Who would have thought aromatherapy could be, who would have thought diarrhea could be helped by aromatherapy? That might be the biggest cliche of the evening. Let's deal with depression and oils that help soothe that. Wow, talking makes you super thirsty. Bergamot, again. Cypress, again. Now, here's one we haven't mentioned, but it has so much good uses. Cinnamon. Cinnamon, the cinnamon that is in your cabinet that you would sprinkle over whatever you're baking or making on your French toast or whatever. That same cinnamon, you get your charcoal that you burn resin on, and you take and shake some of that, a good amount of that cinnamon, and it smells so good. It burns immediately. A beautiful light smoke, by the way, smells beautiful, and it stabilizes negative energy. A lot of times it is used to cleanse spiritual spaces. That coupled with frankincense, powerhouse. If you need to exorcise someone and get that demon out of them real quick, smoke it up with the cinnamon. I can't help but share the ancient wisdom. That's what I'm here for. If anybody would listen. A lot of you are running around with hemorrhoids and may develop them. I often thought it came from being constipated and someone straining themselves over and over and over again during the course of their adulthood and then. But there are other causes as well. But to help your situation, again, you have the Healing crystal, geranium, and the cypress. So you have to excuse me when I'm channeling and I'm in this ancient situation. I'm actually working with some other spirits, right? And they have accents. But this one's very old ancient part of me. It's like when I'm dropping this information about stuff from Earth, I just feel like me want talk with my ancient DNA Jamaican accent. Yes, for a very long time, I was raised around my Jamaican brothers and sisters. So I got rights. Over 25 years, me have rights, me a Rasta. Now, how many things I just say that, but yes, I am. I respect, I love Rastafari. And I, for sure. You take the things out of the teaching. You take the things. You do not stay. You take, you learn, you add, you move. But you be you, you know? And you can tweak whatever you know. But always be yourself while you're doing it. Ooh, it's a good one, heat stroke. No one wants to have that, right? Get yourself some peppermint again and some lavender. You see, some of you may even have these herbs or essential oils because lavender comes in herbs as well as peppermint, of course. Most all essential oils come from flowers. They are the essential oil of the flower, highly concentrated, okay? We have been blessed on this planet to have every little thing we need now. Yes. Someone got a heat stroke. Again, peppermint, lavender. You see where I'm going with this? Some of the ladies, them, and possibly the man, guys, they might have a hot flashes. Me know me at that age right now. But sometimes me heat up. But I know it's part of the ascension process as well. But it's also, hey, I'm going through an ascension and a change of life at the same time. Good thing I'm a Scorpion. Because I can handle that. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've had to handle some stuff. One of my gifts is actually a fire starter with my eyes. Because I've always been told, but this is actually how I discovered and knew for sure that I was a healer. Because I was always 98.7 now, or sometime lower than that. But that heat. There's a cliche talking about red-blooded or whatever, hot-blooded or whatever. That would be me. Sometimes I touch people and they're like, ooh, that's hot. But imagine that touch was in an area of pain. That heat is what starts to make it good. Some things it's cold, but I never really moved towards the cold portion of heating, unless, you got big eyes, something like that, you better hurry up. But even then, some sort of essential oil that will help take down swelling. All you got to do is Google it. Nausea, again, peppermint and ginger. So by the end of this, I'm going to tell you 10 essential oils that you need to have that will help you navigate a lot of things. Again, menopause, Roman chamomile, frankincense, and clary sage in your diffuser. It's actually worth investing in a good diffuser. I've gone through 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see, there's one right there. I mean, and I need one that shoots out. I don't need no little, I can't stand those kind of diffusers. Somebody make a good one. And if anybody knows who makes a good one, please leave a comment. Because yes, I'll be going through those diffusers. And I use distilled water. So lasts about a week or maybe more, but not that much longer. So yes, a good diffuser is very important. Now I'm looking here and I know a lot of my people, my very good friend suffers with lupus. And it's one essential oil that is referenced. There may be others. Allegedly, this is the only one that I have ran into that would accommodate. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. Tea tree oil. I have to pause. Take care of that later. Pause because a lot of our brothers and sisters are suffering from the LUPUS. And I think that's a better way of getting what we need to get across, because I'm going to try it and see what happens. But start spelling. Use your mind to put things together quick. Tea tree essential oil. Diffuser. And in that case, I will put a lot of drops. Give yourself 30 drops, allegedly. I give myself, again, strike that. I give myself 30 drops if it's just one and I'm trying to attack something or really get some results quicker. They say the more the merrier, but there is a limit. You don't need that much, but it depends. When you have a diffuser, you have a lot of water. You want to make sure that you get the benefit out of the essential oil. So you would up your drops when you put them in a diffuser, But when you put it in oil, you have to be more cautious. It's topical. So lower your drops, 3 to 7 drops. is the norm. A lot of us suffer with the PAIN and the INFLAMMATION. And for me, the oregano, eucalyptus, tea tree, and frankincense has always done what it needs to do. Little rashes on yourself, tea tree, Roman chamomile, lavender. You see where I'm going. There's also something that our new mothers could very well go through after childbirth, which is PPD. You know what that is? The POSTPARTUM DEPRESSION. Spell it now. For that, there's a number of oils. You have your clary sage, another staple. Grapefruit has been mentioned 3 times. Bergamot's been mentioned more than that. Geranium, orange. Orange? People be sleeping on orange, but it is very good for you, especially the Brazilian blood orange. Yes, for the PPD, bergamot, geranium, orange, lavender, lang-lang, and lemon. And if you get poison ivy out there on your nature walks, when you're walking and you're getting your frequency up and you're turning up nature, hugging trees and all, if you come up with the poison ivy, you can use rose. That is a staple, a must-have. Roman chamomile. And what is the last ingredients, children? Come on now. Lavender. You see? So, thank you for sharing or watching me later of the ancient wisdom and uses of essential oils with Tonya 23. I will put a mark right here because we will start and pick up from that later at another time. And definitely make sure when I'm live, you watch me, because I will also be sharing information that is in addition to what the title is. Like, you know, just like tonight, I dropped some other wisdom but it tied in with the essential oil. So you don't really want to look at the title and make an assumption that that's all there is. Because like I said, like a book, do not judge by the cover. You must go inside. So just like a video, don't judge by the title. Give a watch if you're watching. Don't forget to like, share, and please subscribe to TONYA23 and receives blessings. Because when you look up my name, it means the Queen of Heaven. And you never know. I'm on my angelic stage. So you never know. They say, be nice, because you might be entertaining an angel. And on that note, peace from the house of Tonya 23, always working on the temple of Tonya 23 with that good ass self-development. Ashe. Peace, love, and light to you all.